Welcome to the Medical Device Made Easy podcast. Here is Munir Alazouzi from easymedicaldevice.com. And today I wanted to help you to register your products or your medical devices in Brazil. So I have with me Tania Aprigliano, which is the founder and CEO and principal consultant of Blue Pipe Consultoria. And she will help us to understand how to register our products in Brazil. So, Tania, welcome to the Medical Device Made Easy podcast.
Hello, Munir. I want to thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
And I like to say that you, through Easy Medical Device, are doing a great job demystifying this regulatory world of medical device. So it's a pleasure.
So great. Thank you for that. I think it's really important that people really understand the regulations so they can make good products and also compliant products on the market. So it's really a pleasure. So Tania, can you introduce yourself for the audience so that they can understand better who you are, and then we can go through the questions and help our audience on registering the products to Brazil.
Sure. I'm the main founder of Blue Pipe Consultoria. We are a company specialized in Brazilian regulation of medical device and GMP process. So everything that is related to quality system, product design, process control, we can find the help in Blue Pipe. I'm working in the regulatory area for about 10 years now. I came from major companies, worldwide companies, and now I'm here with you trying to help the companies that need to bring the products here to Brazil.
So great. So I think you will be really a great support to them. And let's try now to understand the Brazilian regulation, if I can say so. What is currently the situation in Brazil regarding medical devices? So the regulatory situation, the local operators, the need of products, maybe. Can you maybe make us a general summary of that?
Sure. Munir, as in Europe, for you to manufacture and sell a product in the Brazilian market, you need to follow certain rules and regulations. The agency that is responsible for this regulation is Anvisa.
Okay.
So you need the Anvisa pre-market authorization to bring your product to the Brazilian market. As in Europe too, you need to have a legal representative that you help you to do the bureaucratic work within Anvisa. Okay. So a company out of Brazil cannot send directly to Anvisa the documentation and the information. You need to have somebody or some company placed it in Brazil that need to do this for you.
So it's nearly like the European authorized representative that for foreign companies that want to register their products in Europe, they have to appoint an authorized representative in Europe for that to take care of their documents. So here it's the same. So is there a specific name for that, or?
We can call the register holder.
Okay.
Or some companies call it itself legal representative. Okay. It's important to say that this company will also be responsible for the quality and safety of the product here in Brazil. So this company will represent your brand in the Brazilian market of medical devices.
Okay, that's really interesting. And so is there actually, in terms of products in Brazil, so do you have a lot of manufacturers there that are also exporting, or it's mainly importation of medical devices to Brazil?
We have a few companies that develop and sell the products here in Brazil, but the main players, they are all of Brazil. Okay. And just to illustrate, in the 2018, the importation of medical devices grew something about 40%. And the accumulated of the year moved something like 10.5 billion.
Wow.
A year. Yes. So the medical devices here in Brazil is getting pretty hot.
Okay. No, it's good. So let's now move more about the step-by-step process for those companies that want to register their products to Brazil. We already talked about the fact that there is kind of a certificate holder. But as a manufacturer, if tomorrow I want to start the distribution of my products in Brazil, is there some step one thing or tips or things that people have to consider before to go to Brazil?
Yes. The first step, you need to hire a legal representative or register holder. You can also hire a consultant to help you classify your product.
Okay.
Because after you classify your product, you will see if you need the GMP certificated or not. In the Brazilian regulation, product class 1 and 2 do not need the GMP certificated to get Anvisa's approval.
Okay.
You need just to maintain a technical file with some information regarding your product. But if your product will classify as class 3 or 4, you need to go to the GMP certificated.
So the GMP certificate is the good manufacturing practices. It's kind of
Yes.
The FDA system also that is using GMP for that. It's but can we say that ISO 13485 can be considered also?
Yes, exactly. Brazil make part of the MDSAP program.
Okay.
So the GMP certificate basically cover the ISO 13485 requirements. So after you classify your product, if you need the GMP certificated, the next step will be submit the GMP certificated. Remember that who will do this work will be your legal representative.
Okay.
If you not need the GMP certificated, you can jump to the step 3, let's say, that will be elaborate and submit in Anvisa the documents needed to fulfill the class and rule of this product. Let me explain a little bit more.
Yeah.
The main regulation in Brazil to register a product, it's the resolution 185 from 2001.
Okay.
In this resolution, you will find certain aspects, technical aspects, that need to be observed in your product in order to know the correct regulatory pathway that needs to be followed. So as I say, the first step is to classify your product.
Yeah.
After you classify your product within the regulation of 185, you will see if you need the GMP certificated or not.
Mm-hmm.
If you need the GMP certificated, you have to submit this process to Anvisa. After you...
So the MDSAP program is not mandatory for some countries. For now, it's mandatory, I think, only for Canada. But if I am in the US and I'm not following the MDSAP program, and I want to sell my products to Brazil, then they can come to audit me in the USA if I don't follow the MDSAP program.
Correctly, exactly. So if you follow the MDSAP program, it's a lot of easier to get the GMP certificated.
And mainly, so MDSAP means Medical Device Single Audit Program. So it means that you have only one organization. So it's called auditing organization that is coming to your place to audit you. And the certificate or report that is coming out of this MDSAP program will help you to register your products in the countries that are accepted by MDSAP. So we have Canada, we have USA, Brazil, Japan, and Australia.
Yes,
5
correct.
for now. Maybe there will be more later, but for now it's 5. So if you have MDSAP certificate, then it's easier to register your products to Brazil. And you don't need to get audited. But if you don't have, then you have to expect Anvisa to come to audit you.
Yes, and there is whole another information that you need to send to Anvisa, a lot of documents that you need to send to Anvisa, and wait in the line to Anvisa inspect your company. So it's a little bit more complicated, and take more time to Anvisa inspect your company.
And I think
so MDSAP, it's more easier and quicker.
Yeah, and I think I suppose the priority will be on the products. More it's important product for Brazil, more it will be a priority for them to audit you. Is it correct, or is there maybe another way to prioritize that, or it's really a queue, like first coming first out? So
Yes, yes. No, it's from other. If you submit your process first, you will be audited first.
Okay.
In some cases, some companies can contact Anvisa and explain that there is a new product or new technology that will be interested to bring to Brazil. But the most of the time, the first that submit will be the first that will be inspected.
Okay. So now, as we have this, so as you said, we have this following this step. We have the classification. We know that we need or don't need a GMP. We are getting or MDSAP or an audit from Anvisa. What is just a question maybe for the audit from Anvisa. They will come and audit you regarding the RDC. Which number again?
It's RDC 16 from 2013.
Okay, so they will come and audit you through that. So you have to comply to all the requirements that are on the
RDC to be. They are pretty aligned with ISO 13485. Okay. So if the company is certificated ISO, will be easier. Also, it will be easier to get this inspection from Anvisa.
Okay, so it's a good news. Yes. Okay, the auditors are coming. They are auditing you. I hope everything is fine.
Yes.
Going back to Brazil, what's happening?
And then you will submit the process to Anvisa, remembering that you need to classify your product regarding Resolution 185. And Anvisa will analyze your process. If everything is okay, you get the pre-market approval, and you can import your product to Brazil. And if Anvisa have some doubts or need more information, they will issue a require asking for more explanation for your company. Let's say everything is okay, Anvisa approve your company, you are ready to import your product to Brazil. We are heavily regulated in this area, importation and commercialization. But if you have the correct partners, the legal representative, he will show you what companies are authorized by Anvisa to do this job. So it's not complicated. You not need to fully understand this process. Your legal representative or your consultant can help you do that. So after your import, you are ready to sell the products in the Brazilian market.
No, it's good. Then just one thing, what is the usual timeline between the time I'm asking for my product for registration, I apply for registration of my product to Brazil, and I reserve the authorization to go through that? I suppose it depends if we need a GMP or not, but what is the timeline, the usual timeline we have?
Okay, let's say that your company have the GMP certificate. Let's talk just about the submission to market approval. If your product is class 1 or 2, the process is a little bit easier. So it takes something like 19 days to get the Anvisa approval.
19 or 90?
90.
90 days, okay, 90 days.
It's 90 days, yes. But if you are registered a class 3 or 4 product, this time can take a little bit longer, like 6 months, for example. Okay. It's the time that Anvisa expects to analyze and approve or not your product.
But as you said, if you have already the GMP certificate, if you don't have, it can take longer, because I suppose the time they are coming to audit you can also be added to that.
Yes, if you submit the MDSAP program, it's something more 3 months. Okay. You will increase in your timeline.
Okay.
But if your company does not have the MDSAP, probably something like the line today, a company is waiting something like 2 years.
2 years.
To get the inspection. Yes, but you have some alternatives that you can talk to Anvisa, and you can issue a protocol saying that you are waiting for this inspection, and you can submit the register process with this protocol in order to try to accelerate this process. So it's something like 2 processes going together. One, you are waiting for the in-local inspection, and the other is to your register. So your register process will be on hold on Anvisa. They can analyze your process, will be on hold to Anvisa. And after that, you send the GMP certificated. Oh, Anvisa, okay, now I have the GMP certificated. And then they can approve or not your product. So you don't necessarily need to wait these 2 years of the GMP inspection to submit your register process to Anvisa.
Okay, no, it's good. I think one thing that is also important, that maybe from what you've said, is also to have good partners in Brazil that can really help you to go through this journey. Because if you go alone, maybe you will face some issues. So
Sure.
this is something that is important. What is a kind of a thing that maybe a company have to check with their partners? Is there something that they say, can you show me this, or can you show me that, to prove that you are really a good partner to help me? Is there something that they can show?
Yes, Anvisa has plenty companies that are authorized to do this job.
Okay.
The first thing you need to looking for in your partner is that have the correct authorization from Anvisa to import and or manufacture medical devices. So if you find a partner that have a license to importate drugs, it will not serve.
Okay.
It has to be specifically for medical devices.
Okay.
In the Anvisa website, you can find if this company it's really authorized, and if it's authorized for the medical devices importation and manufacture. So you can ask the CNPJ from this company. It's the registered number of this company, and in this Anvisa website, you do this observation if the company it's legalized or not. Because sometimes a company in the past have the correct authorization, but they are not do the job
to maintain it, or to have
to maintain
recertification.
this authorization. So in the website of Anvisa will appear, no, this company it's not allowed anymore to import or manufacture medical devices. So it's the first thing you need to looking for in the partner.
So I think you need to provide me this link or this from Anvisa if you have it, so I can put that also on the show notes for people if they want to make a check. So I think it can be really helpful. So please look at the show notes, and you will see maybe some links that can be useful for you to go through that. I think Anvisa website is also in English. It's not only in Portuguese.
In Portuguese.
Yeah, it's in Portuguese, yes. But is it also in English or?
Some pages of Anvisa are in English too, but some pages are not, and that's why it's important. Maybe you contact a consultant that will help you to find or to read these informations for you in the Anvisa website.
So contact Tania; she will help you.
Yes, Blue Pipe itself has some partners, authorized partners that can do this job for you. So nice. It will be, you not need to find for yourself if its partner it's authorized or not. Blue Pipe have some partners that can indicate for you.
No, it's great. So yeah, contact really Tania. I have really a good relationship with Tania. She helped me a lot, actually. I think finding the right partners, the right consultants also is key for your business to be on the Brazilian market. So don't miss this opportunity also. Tania, so thank you for that. Is there something else or something that maybe important for people, or I think we covered everything?
Regulatory saying, I think we covered everything. It's important to say that Brazil is in the great economic moment. Our new government and Anvisa together, they are looking for align the regulatory process within the regulatory process that are conducted in European, for example. So it's the perfect time for you to bring your products here in Brazil, because the economic area is getting better, the regulatory area is getting better, and as I say, the medical device market is increasing year by year. So that is the best time for you to, if you have interest to sell products in Brazil, it's now.
Great, good. So Tania, just last thing. So where people can follow up with you if you want to contact you?
Yes, we have a website that is bluepipeconsultoria.com. And you can find us in the LinkedIn too. You can looking for Tania Aprigliano, that is me, or you can look for Blue Pipe Consultoria, that you will find our company.
Yeah, I will put anywhere everything on the show notes, so for you to look for Tania. If you need really, if you have any questions related to the registration of your products to Brazil, so please go to Tania. She will be really helpful to help you. And then I hope you will have a lot of business also there, because apparently it's the right moment to go and to make business in Brazil. Okay, so Tania, really thank you for your help. Thank you for supporting the community to understand how to register products in Brazil. And for all people, please don't forget to provide also some comments if you have some questions under the video, so that maybe Tania and myself can try to answer to that. And don't forget also, if you like really what I'm doing here, to provide also a review on the podcast, audio podcast. Also some likes, if I can say, on the YouTube channel. It's really helping me also to show up to other people. And if you have colleagues that want to understand more about medical devices, don't forget also to share with them this episode or also the podcast episode. Okay, so Tania, thank you for your help and thank you for all your time. I wish you a nice day.
Thank you. I appreciate it too. And I wish you all the luck for Easy Medical Device and with everybody that intends to get in this regulatory work.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.